after the nerfs, but I love the chamber pick. I really feel like teams can make this work. And when you have someone like Cryo on the squad, why not?
Oh, wow, that's played by Asuna.
He just went for the orb at the start of the round. He just trusted that his utility was good enough to keep the attackers back.
Hell of a way to get a pistol round started. First kill, going in the direction of Sentinels. Towards C, anticipating a refight here. You can see that's why Tens is holding that paranoia. Now they set their sights over towards the side, anchoring towards the back. That's Bang. He's got a lot to do here with the orb up to stop in the plans of Sentinels.
Poison's off.
Now here we go. More util Sen flying. Nade towards the back on top of it. Into the smoke. That's Bang.
That was a right click.
Claiming an easy one apparently from that range. Still a few more players to meet him, and eventually with the jump spot, they're going to be well suited. Sentinels gaining ground now. Spike will be planted momentarily, but with the door opened up, Cryo a chance for him to really do some damage. Slipping through and past, but can he find this one? Kills Elsis. He's low enough, buying time for the rest of his team to get into position. The damage done to him. 29 health with a triple face. Only gets it done. Leave it to the one player now. All up to Boostio.
Look at this setup. Inside a low smoke towards the ground. What is going on here?
Doubled up.
Could Boostio possibly make anything happen?
Not giving too much away at all. So Sentinels with the opener.
And a great pistol round. I mean, Sen instantly got the punish onto Asuna, who I think was being a bit too bold trying to pick up the orb at the start. Although I'm sure that works against plenty of teams, because if you throw your nade and throw a Caesar or a Haunt at the start, most attacking teams are not going to be heavily contesting rubble. But he got punished there, and then a nice two-wave attack into C. The first little pump fake to draw out the defensive utility, and then committing gives a nice opening round for Sen. And 100 Thieves, they're not going to invest in this round, but I'm still going to be watching it like a hawk, because we've seen so many of these ecos getting converted recently.
These teams are just different with the classics. Not sure what's changed, but teams just seem to be taking them much more seriously these days, realizing that every round is winnable.
And you think about it, it looks like all classics. The Cryo still has 3 shots in the Headhunter. You wind back the clock, and old Cryo, that might be 3 kills.
Oh yeah.
We'll see whether he's capable of stuff like that. It's been quite a while since we've seen this guy play chamber.
Chance for a kill here. Partially deep line, right down towards A.
And 1 shot, 1 kill.
Preordained is what it felt like.
No target.
Sen now, they want nothing to do with the A site. Now going to start to make their way into C once more. No anchoring players to stop them.
There are so many spots that Cryo is going to be able to establish himself on the chamber. But this is still a really difficult round for 100 Thieves to convert.
Just there with a jump spot, but with the alarm bot broken, players, reinforcements arriving towards Mound here. Celsius and Zekken holding together. Great paranoia, but that's why Zekken's there, just to help him out, just in case. And real, no danger at the end of the day.
And navigated it really nicely. And I think Sentinels are going to be the team that's having to adapt and react quite a lot in this series overall. 100 Thieves were having their success against Leviathan by bunching up and brawling, really trying to almost team fight in Valorant, an unusual style, but I think partly inspired by Boostio just trying to get confidence injected back into this squad who looked so lackluster in 2023. And Sen themselves, their style has been more to try and slow and control the game down, find the right mid-round call. Might see a clash of 2 very different approaches to these 3 maps we've potentially got coming out.
2 teams have been trying to reinvent themselves into 2024, but a healthy bonus round now for Sentinels to take it straight through into B. Molly at your feet, but there's the blind. Holy, what a setup. It's returned though with the fire. Asuna's there with the door rotating. They've got themselves into B main control, but they want to pivot over towards A.
What a call. And look at it, it's completely empty. They picked up Bang with a beautiful setup, driving straight through his vulnerable, and now they've got the plant down. Zekken is pretty far forwards here.
3 players committed into the back section of the site. You don't really expect this into the post plan.
Look at the others though, holding that angle. And John Cutie's going to be taking a bit of contact and distracting to make sure that they can't just isolate Zekken.
Not really planted for them. It's the one section of the box. They're still worried about Rubble. Up to Heaven, Asuna. An important kill. Zekken finds his. Earns some sway to the showstopper. Just jiggling as well, rebounding off of it with the tap there. Boostio lucky to get it, but instantly you can see the players, the positioning is Sentinels. It's perfect.
Tons of coordination from Sen. And I think these first few rounds look like they're demonstrating the extra time that Sen has had during the offseason to really work and refine their play. Because set plays like this, anticipating somebody to be playing in that area, and then both of the post plants where things got a little dodgy, they've had very nice ideas of how to neutralize 100 Thieves, and they're playing tight and coordinated. And remember, 100 Thieves have had significantly less practice than Sentinels over the course of this offseason. So that could be a difference maker.
Down to the Sheriffs, the Pistols, the half buy. Weaker money. Doubled up. Approach with the Prowler. Oh my! Tends to deep in across there, and they are just going to be finding these cheap and easy kills. A little bit of extra money granted with the door opened up. Asuna distracted, doesn't know which way to face. Only one player left.
That's a beautiful textbook protocol of how to clear an aggressive mount control there by Sentinels. Taking B control, you saw Boostio looking towards B, as if they were thinking about opening the door, fighting them on B. I think 100 Thieves had the idea there that it was just going to be a big B exec. And they didn't realize that Sen were actually wrapping around to pinch the mount players from both sides.
Yeah. Got a bit of time to talk as well with Bang. I mean, he's going to make his way over to the spike, to be honest.
Toxins going
Take out a gun or two, but he will be going down. It's a round loss.
And not just that. Sen are now going to be up into the next round, a rifle round, where the economy of 100 Thieves is on edge. And look at the ults they have to play with.
I mean, Showstopper, Nightfall, you can combo this into anything you wish.
Especially considering they had a set round for the bonus, a set plan to try to punish Bang. I could see them cooking up something similar again. A lot of these teams are going to have scripted beginnings to maps. Assuming things go well for us.
Good job, Blood. Let's go. We have good odds. We could do the A thing.
Getting some hints there.
Yeah. Although it looks like potentially might have been counter-called, unless they're going to take C control and then go back into A, which also extremely viable kind of thing to do.
Brown now with the operator. He's going to be walking down that deep A angle towards Rubble. His team's cleared it with the util, but meanwhile Sen towards C mound. I just look to explode as well onto the side with the showstopper if they really like what they see. Nightfall, any sort of connections, that might be the trigger. Yet there it is, go button sent. It's a 1-for-1, Bang's good for it still. TP forwards, 10, he was vulnerable up. But it's equalized, 3 versus 3. Do they still want to commit into this one straight through? Vulnerable into the back, EU's got to respect that. The util laid down at his feet, so the plant's still going to get off here for Sentinels.
And this is going to be a tough retake. EU doesn't have very much utility, just used his last Prowler, and Cryo is coming around on the flank with an op. Now, assuming Zelsis does not die, Cryo is going to find it difficult to close the gap.
It's an important fight. A vital one at that. Zelsis peeks it out, though. So he falls, double face on the high-low. John Cutie just trying to drop down and survive, and now he realizes we're being threatened from multiple angles. Asuna, don't know where to peek from. EU, though, removing it, and lovely movement at the end of the day. Finally a round on the board here for 100 Thieves.
That battle over towards Mount, so important to allow Cryo to get that pick and get back in. You saw Sentinels on the attack side. There were definitely challenges there, but this paranoia, keeping the rest of the team back from Boostio and baiting out the teleport play from TenZ, created that player advantage situation that then would, enabled a 3v3 retake to happen. Huge round to save 100 Thieves economy.
Yeah, we're looking like a big brawl, actually. As soon as this get out of the replay, straight towards A. Look at this. Lots of players to meet them. Satchel across! What a shot by Cryo! Showstopper, though. TenZ is TP'd right behind them. EU luckily there with the trade. Commits the Nightfall. We're going to really fight over this one, but guess what? Senna out of there. Hightailed. Straight back. Front section of Mount. How are they going to fight over this one? Doubled up, and players low enough that it's short work, quick work for Bang.
Toxin screen down.
Zelsis patiently for now, hoping that somebody overextends into him, but picks the right timing, wrong timing, I should say.
Zero dead.
Starting to stabilize now for 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves will be so happy if Sentinels opt into the brawls. I feel like what we saw from 100 Thieves against Leviathan was that when there's a series of big ult plays being used, or if they can all brawl together, that's where 100 Thieves really looked like they were at their best on split.
Teleport's ready.
Definitely what they were trying to lean into. A lot more of the, you know, like you said, the big team fight play style.
100 Thieves, though, did burn some really big ultimates there to try to keep back Sen. And that teleport play from Tens almost worked. Here's another look, somewhat similar to the set play from before. Tens actually Omen ulting into sight. Would have been a distraction for Zekken to peek off had it been cancelled or punished.
It's entirely given up to them. Door, open, cryo. Again, hunting for a pick-off just to make it a little bit more even. Paranoia sent flying, clears Zekken out of that little cubby now, and he repositions a little bit deeper towards the back of the site. They're anticipating a refight from that direction, and EU, he's wondering whether he should commit. Lockdown now, a little bit later, being delayed, but this can still be broken by the players who are still sitting here into main potentially if they choose to fight. Over, across into the site, that's 100 Thieves, and look at that. The timing's excellent from EU. Asuna is going to be sticking this one with a lockdown defuse as well. There's really no coverage. Anybody to break this? No! Asuna just sticks it all the way through, and that's a third round gain. Now granted, every player falling, but the round win is what they were going after.
That round was so chaotic. Sassy went for a flank all the way through Waterfall, trying to backstab the C players, assuming that they would try to swarm and kill the lockdown. And look, Bang's ready for it. So Sassy ends up giving his life fairly early. These other players from Sentinels can't get in to block the defuse. And on a nice edge, that one.
Yeah.
The economy's in a strange spot, but both teams can buy. And Sen, again, seed control over Rubble, trying to push anybody away from fighting Mound at the start of these rounds. Opening the door here is going to push Cryo off the angle.
He pushes forward.
Surely.
He's got a rendezvous at his back still, I believe. He can force himself to play aggressive. Angled opened up.
As soon as the door opens, you gotta leave. That's a mad play. That is mad. But another sign, perhaps, that 100 Thieves have not quite had the time to really refine those protocols in the same way that Sen has. Doesn't necessarily mean that Sen are gonna win off the back of that. What a potential play by Bang. He backs up.
A little bit too deep there, there's Prowler. Now the nade as well.
Tens is in.
Snake bite towards your feet. What a shot by Bang. EU still holding close to the pillar. Never called to cancel. Sen are so reactive with this one. Almost like the bait and switch you expect them to be in that scenario. 40 seconds left. What is the decision? They flip the switch, and it does pull players away from C. What a call in the moment.
Yeah, Sen going for the freeze in the round. 100 Thieves, super reactive.
30 seconds
trying
left.
to find Sentinels.
Face your
Putting the
fear!
Nightfall now. 0 tags onto this one. You only have to worry about the back of the site. That's going to get cleared by the ice. They realize it's C. Open for the take.
We have seen 3v3 retakes work for 100 Thieves. They're going to open the door really early on.
Viper's fit with his plan for John QT.
But they don't have very much space here, do
No,
they?
and 100 Thieves are already in. Look at this. Already in. Boostio, he's not wasting any time forward here with an aid to push them into the angles. Appropriate maybe, but they're just walking right into the pit. And not favored at that position. EU, he's got to pray now. Maybe a few stray bullets connecting, but he's realizing it. Got to give it up in a 1v3 with a pit down. That is unwinnable. So Sentinels, another round gained.
Big one to put on the board. Couple of things going on there that are really interesting. The first is that these execs from Sen have Tens committing extremely deep with Zekken. They're not trying to bait out defensive utility as much and keep the whole of the team tight to Zekken. They send Zekken in like a cannon, and then Tens teleports in with him. And that hasn't really been working for them so far. Tens got picked off by Boostio in one of the previous rounds on C. That time, Tens got picked off by EU. So it's an interesting style, but it's not actually getting results at the moment. The other thing that actually worked for Sentinels is that they were able to pause the round, freeze, and bait 100 Thieves into being a bit too active, leaving the site.
What we were talking about right at the beginning of this series, really, the stylistic differences. And Sen have been honing this over the course of the offseason. The ability to just take their time in a moment and say, okay, guys, what's the right play here? Well, we'll do it together. And they tend to make the right moves a lot. I mean, these mid-round calls, I don't know if it's John QT or what, they have a lot of vocal callers in Sen, but typically, it's what's been paving the way to a lot of their victories.
And yet, at the beginning of the season, we find both of these teams in elimination matches. And I think that speaks to the caliber of the teams in Americas, but also how difficult this group is. We knew it would be absolutely brutal. But frankly, I think both of these teams have been playing at a pretty good level so far.
Yeah.
100 Thieves in particular exceeding expectations, considering that they haven't been able to play with Boostio for an extended portion of the offseason. Man was trapped in jail.
Key thrown away.
Yeah.
To the very last moments.
But after they busted him out and were able to do a bit of practice, they've certainly been cooking. And they've got decent team coordination too. Chances for 100 Thieves still obviously abound. And the economy isn't that bad. Cryo's still able to get an op online. There's a judge for Boostio, which can seriously do damage in plenty of different spots. It's Asuna who's got the low weaponry.
Cryo facing down. Target-rich environment
is going to spam this.
Yeah, with the Odin. Trying to block this one off. It's slightly off here. TP's all over the place. Second. Just on top of the mound there, revealed. Asuna close to the corner. Does this get cleared behind the box? Everybody running right past him. Great chance, a great opportunity. Zekken returns it straight back to him. There's the equalization. Showstopper earned, fired. And another one claimed. 2 players left standing for 100 Thieves. And with the judge in hand for Boostio, he's going to be finding it quite difficult. But there's the upgrade ever so slightly. But it's only a stinger.
Side grade, if anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's trying to make his way over to the rifle.
Got to suspect the Celsius is still here. Look at him trying to clear this one out. The flank timing though. Bang! Spots it! 2 versus 2. Ducked into the site now. How do Sentinels want to play this one? Smoke was laid down a little bit higher. Ice and flying straight forward. Pushes them out into the open. Leave it just to the one. No more sound cues. That's like Utah from Sassy, but he's just poking his head out and Tens rips it clean off the shoulders.
No mammoth clutch today from Bang, at least not yet. But he's doing all right. The whole of SEN, though, they're finding their opportunities early on in this round. I was excited to see the cryo operator come out, especially considering he's on chamber. That was the role that he's known for. But this is now twice where he's been punished at the start of these rounds for just being a bit too aggressive, for stepping forwards, trying to find that timing where he's going to be able to get a pick, and instead getting punished by Sentinels. There was that round over on C where they opened the B door.
No, it's fine. I literally will just kill him. Trust.
The round's already started here. Opening seconds. The exchange of util here, but this is of course just the eco kill. Stinger though, still some danger towards it. Tens returns though.
And it sounds like that's Sentinels trying to just get a bit of a handle on Tens. Like, dude, can you just play the percentage play? And he's like, no, I'm actually feeling it, and I'm just going to go run around and kill everybody.
Plant the spike. 1 enemy remaining.
Boostio blind as a bat. So a win versus the half by.
And I think one of the downsides of the way that 100 Thieves are playing is that they're opting so much into these early round fights that even if they trade and go 3 for 3 or 2 for 2 or whatever it is, they're opening up space for the attack side, right? And so if you're in a 5v5, you can actually control most of the map on defense. But if you're in a 3v3 and Sentinels know that there's no players A, now the defense is at a big disadvantage.
Yeah.
So going even in these fights does not favor 100 Thieves. They need to be decisively winning them.
Standard util being used, making sure that they can't push up from section of C.
I thought Tens was going to take the orb there to play for his ultimate. I thought they'd got something mad cooked up. It's not going to be the case. This is one of the first rounds where Cryo's got established on a really deep angle, and if Sen want to go back to B, they're going to need to use good utility to clear him off. The wall is certainly helpful, because now Cryo could get peeked from a variety of different angles.
Oh my, what is that?
We've got to see a replay of that at the end of the round. I don't know whether that was through the smoke. It looks like Asuna was jump spotting, and Tens hit an outrageous headshot.
That's what it looks like, but let's see at the end of things anyway. Sets him up with the first kill. Door opened up now towards B. Trademark broken. Boostio gone. This is really drastically, I think, falling to pieces here for 100 Thieves, but Cryo's not accounted for. Off round to the corner. That's second though, returning with the trade. Confirmation kills all over the bloody place. Tens do have the spike. What's the call now?
30 seconds left.
Run over to A, realizing that Bang has been playing over towards C. Good awareness from Zekken, doesn't win his fight out though, so Bang, there's chances here. John QT is weak.
Bang's got a little smile on his
planted.
face as he shoots Zekken's body, just letting him know in the 1v4. It definitely feels like Sen are pulling away with this one now.
Sent this play for Bang, it hurts, but saving the gun has to be it with only 350 credits to your name.
It's actually tough too, because he'd love to get another kill, or even die if he could keep the rifle in some way, because that would get him the ult orb to be able to get up his Viper's Pit in the next. But this has just been a snowball for Sentinels. They've found the right play, and especially been able to find the first pick in a lot of these crucially important rounds. Sentinels are currently 7-4 on first kills, and they've won every round where they've got the first kill.
Last round.
Some of those have been unforced errors from 100 Thieves, and some of them...
Oh, you, man!
Oh my God!
That's disgusting. Yeah, okay.
Last year, we were talking about the level of quality, the on-paper ability of this Sentinels team. Oh, we were talking about it all the time. But this year, it's really showing itself. Now that they've got the foundation. Cryo, by the way, has gone for a glass cannon Vandal. No armor.
State of the economy. Asuna does have a showstopper here. Doesn't remove the first layer of the util. The Nano Swarm just dropped down, but does do so for the eye. Information going to be called out here by Sassy, knowing that there's players there. Popping up, top of the ankle. There's a gap. Just there with a wall to jump spots. Bang. Does not want to dance with death. Not quite. I'm backing away. Sentinels, they don't really like what they see here. The door was opened up towards mid-B. There's going to be a fight to be taking place if they choose to really collide into each other. But no, just parting ways once more.
And I'm not sure that 100 Thieves even got the read that Sen are that close on B. Sentinels are contact clearing up, not using the boombot, just making sure that they're utterly silent.
Cryo.
John's hearing all this.
Yeah, it's got to be surely. 40 seconds left.
And he's calling his team back over towards A. These are the kind of mid-rounds that John has been calling that have changed the identity of Sentinels.
Bang! Removed.
30 seconds left.
What the hell? Look at this, no armor. Running into the orb. Cryo, he wants to be a playmaker, and this is the time to do it. Second. Taken out, guess what? Sentinels out towards B. Paranoia now, flying out through them. Players into heaven, they need to clear this one. Showstopper, this could be the winner. No! Straight into the wall! Plants down though. It's 2 versus 2 and 1 through main. Satchel, preventing the repeat. Dropping down now, playing together. 100 Thieves, gotta be really disciplined. But it's just EU. 7 bullets of John QT into the pit. And what a micro adjustment.
Excellent shooting, excellent calling, but there was a lot of pressure there, and 100 Thieves flubbed it. And Asuna's been having a dire performance here, it's got to be said. Really not finding it. Beefed the satchel movement and was unable to find the rocket. I think he just launched it into the door frame. Did the C's have any impact? I'm not sure it did.
Brutal.
Hard to know there.
Yeah.
Either way, this is Sentinels absolutely outclassing 100 Thieves.
It really is.
It looked somewhat even at the beginning, but they've just pulled ahead to unfathomable difference.
Now, I'm surprised that I'm saying this, but let's send this down to Golden Bid. Had the lawyers drafted up. That was a much better attempt at that segment compared to yesterday.
It certainly
I will
was.
say.
I mean, you know.
Okay. All right, reset. Okay, pistol round. 9-3. Sen in the lead here, this time on the defense.
This is a really important one for 100 Thieves. And now the pressure's going to be on Asuna again, because he's got the job of trying to open up these sites. Blast open choke points.
Second joining the defense. John QT with the reinforcements, but noise being cut. Trying to have second doubts about this one because 100 Thieves in a way over towards A now.
They've inserted Cryo in this spot. He's got his ghost. Going to be looking for a pick. He's not trying to play it for the aggro lurk.
Shadows traveling.
They're actually headed straight into all the Killjoy utility without really knowing.
Door opened up. This is a really aggressive position by Zeltis here, but a nade is going to be forcing him all the way back. Paranoia as well. Good utility being used. Sassido's got to be the defender towards the back of the side. The right clicks. Zeltis get away with murder. Onto the side here. EU eventually going to be removing that pesky anchoring player. Nade rebounded though. That'll force the spike to be planted in a different direction. Another tap here, but lined up all the way for Zekken.
100 Thieves forced to be active in that post plant, trying to salvage what had happened as everybody just ran into Celsius and got mowed down. Pretty tragic. A little bit of lost coordination there again. Asuna coming around one side of the pillar on his own, actually won the duel, didn't have other people to play with. And then this side, Bang and Boostio just not able to get it done.
Surely for 100 Thieves now. Considering it, yeah. Committing to it, the force. You have to at this point. The map's getting away from you.
Trying to go for the fast play at the very start of the round, pull out some of the defensive utility, but I don't think that was supposed to be a bait. And T wanted to get in there onto B, and now they've been bogged down.
More util to work their way through, isn't it? Nanoswarms used. There was a Viper Orb in their face. Now Cryo's timing that. Might seek to try and lurk. Really tricky spot. Elsis. Love to try and take the fight here, but non-committal from 100 Thieves. Maybe expecting Cryo to maybe get something done. Prowler spots him, so now they're definitely going to be aware. The Sentinels keeping an eye on that one spot over towards A. Guess what? Tens. Goes to the rubble side, him in seconds. What's going to be done about that? Eye is revealed up to towards Tens. No one removing it. Sent out the Paranoia though. Now another nade. TP reposition. A little bit ajar. 40 seconds. This feels hectic. It feels frantic.
But they have found the site where there's only one player. Celsius went huge on the pistol. Is he going to commit?
30 seconds, yeah. Turret's going down. There's a smoke into his face. He has to really respect this one now. Backing away, reload. They're going to be able to hear this one. Up top, they want to try and run him straight down. And he's sort of firing line. John QT! What a difference maker! 3 players fall just like that. 100 Thieves. Got to try and take some risks here. Fight taken towards into the back of the spawn, but the discipline from Sentinels is just sublime. Always doubled up. Boostio. Reposition. Onto the brain now. Maybe he can make it a few more, potentially. A tap. Sassy. Run and gun does it.
And if the pistol round wasn't enough, being able to dismiss the force afterwards should put Sentinels in an amazing spot to clear this out. That was a bit too bold there. The swarm into backside and then further into spawn to try to get Celsius, I can appreciate. But they didn't even wait for a moment to allow Boostio's Paranoia to come through. Just a bit too far ahead of the play.
They forced. Out. Good job. All right, they need it. They're desperate.
Oh.
I mean, I think he's right, isn't he?
Truer words have never been told at this point. It's a timeout for 100 Thieves.
And the coordination is miles off, I think, for 100 Thieves on how they're making these plays happen. The ideas seem all right.
I mean, if you compare it to Sentinels, the way they pause, slow down in the mid-round, when something goes a little bit amiss, maybe the rounds are even, it's a bit night and day, you know? Everyone feels like they're on the same page. They're waiting for the util to come up at the appropriate timings. 100 Thieves is very go, 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 go.
And I think that was obvious when you watched them play against Leviathan as well, especially on Bind, which is actually our next map coming up. They were extremely execute heavy on their attack side, didn't really have too much differential in pace. But once again, 100 Thieves kind of came late into the off-season with the acquisition of Boostio. And these things take time.
They do.
Unfortunately, this is a tournament format that does not reward the tortoise versus the hare. You're not going to be able to slowly pick yourself up. This is an elimination game. Last chance to be able to make it to Madrid and a long road ahead, even if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
And
Timeout
Thieves are gonna have
fading.
to dig so deep.
They certainly are. Where is the answer? Maybe it's heroics of an individual. Somebody to step up to the plate. Question all over the front section. B and C, 100 Thieves.
Cryo, in each of these 3 rounds, has been trying to get a lurk pick towards B. In the pistol, he got denied by Tens. In the second round, denied by Sassy's utility. And it looks like he's going to try to make something happen again.
Forward on the angle here. Now Zekken, when he got the Guardian, he's going to have to be precise and surgical when this hit starts to come through, especially Tens remove. Bang! Critical shots to be hit there. Cryo's going to be hearing the rotations abound as well. And what is the call to be made? Middle into A, perhaps. And just Thieves get those 2 picks, but no, they break the door now, make their way into B because Cryo has got that space. Creep forwards. Now Heaven needs to be covered. And it is going to be ever so slightly no kill to be turned and returned there. Sassy backs away. 10 health, still alive.
You can tell it wasn't Boostio there with the mid-round call because he used both of his smokes on A. Didn't have anything to obscure that sight line. Asuna might have just bailed them out there with that kill on Celsius. That's huge.
Yeah.
Big kills to shut down any danger of a retake coming through. 100 Thieves destined to get up to 4.
One with the rifle knows better than to contest that one, so this will be round win for 100 Thieves, like you said.
I think if 100 Thieves picked this map because they thought that the Cryo Chamber was going to have enormous impact, they probably need to find a different role for him on the attack side. Because he's having to play off the distraction of his team rather than being able to actually initiate anything himself. And in a round like this, he just ended up being the backstab lure, and this fight in Rubble defined whether or not really the round was successful.
1 enemy remaining.
A long road back, but this is an eco from the Sentinels.
The ecos have been deadly.
Yeah, they have.
Showstopper for Asuna. The safety policy. Satchel's through now. Fade Eyes exchange. Lighting his players up. Nade rebounds. Going to be forcing them out wide. Sees on top of it. It's all being combined.
Scared of a collapse from Sentinels, Asuna uses his ult already. That's an enormous tool for them to try to get into the site. And to burn it so early on in the round.
There.
On an anti-eco as well.
Yeah.
Not what 100 Thieves will have been looking for.
Door broken. Cryo sees the shoulder, but I think so
It's
does
the
Celsius.
Same spot again from Cryo. Every single round on the attack side. So not very much variety. Now he's starting to move his way over towards C.
Door opened. Still making the noise over towards A. He's keeping a lot of Sentinels over. But guess what? The bodies are just moving now. Look at it. Reinforcements sent to B. Worried about it now with the noise being cut. And it seems like the read is almost correct here. Just retake onto A and might pay off for them. But the turret broken. That's the signal. At least plan over towards C here for 100 Thieves.
No major flank coming through. No pressure onto these mound players, and that's where the plant is for.
Lovely shot.
Boostio has been a little out of the action in this game so far, but that's a good one for the confidence too.
The rifle. Paranoia with a satchel forwards here, but Zekken can't really escape it. A lot more to be done here, but only 2 players remaining. Celsius just might opt into saving this one with the rifle. Tens, TP to try and get out, but no, can't break the tether in time.
Celsius scurries away with what little reward he's got from this round. Expected result here then, as 100 Thieves managed to win on their anti-eco. But it took them a fair amount. You think about it though, at the beginning of the round, Asuna used his Raze ultimate. He's already got 4 points towards it.
Yeah.
By being able to collect an orb, go forwards, collect a couple kills, that kind of thing. So not an enormous punish for that ult having been invested early on. These are the rounds that really matter though, when Sentinels gets back up to rifles and things are more even across the board. And these are also the rounds where 100 Thieves don't have that snowball available from the ultimate that we saw from Sen on their attack side. The way that they comboed ult into ult as they got to the important rounds.
Yeah, save our guns. Good shit, boys.
Yeah, good shit. 1 round at a time.
That's how you got to approach these moments.
Yeah. Right mindset.
Find you.
Understand that it's still winnable for them. 100 Thieves. Fast across here. Oh, Celsius. Expect them to hit the switch here. They are fast through now with the Paranoia. He is going to be approaching this position, and he needs some help fast. There's no one really to help him out. That's a spike drop down. EU was the only one contesting. Right from the broken angle here with the nade at his feet. Asuna, no chance of a swing.
Snake's got to wait. He's got to wait for teammates.
He really does. Paranoia as well, though. This is an onslaught with a util. And finally, there's the reinforcements. Second. Splash packs in. Takes the head clean off.
Cryo's lurk towards B once again in the round has actually allowed them an opening. And what a spray down from Cryo! He found them the B site, and
That's
he has
nasty.
a major impact there.
Vision force into the box there from Bang. Was getting the one, but Cryo surely he's done enough still. It's a man disadvantage. Boostio, lovely work.
Didn't get to see the second player there. Does he just assume that Zelsis is coming through the door again?
Cryo's covering it, but now with the flash as well, the timing on that one is just perfection. Up top, Boostio working around, waiting for the timing with the top 10s. That's all him with the Guardian.
Taking down the world champion. With the Omen differential, picks up the Odin and escapes with map point.
Match point.
After all that Cryo had done there with that push in, one of the first rounds where that B-Lurk actually had massive value for 100 Thieves. But things got really scattered even before that. These kind of kills as 100 Thieves scurried from A to B
Yeah.
ended up being a bit of a backbreaker. But it did come down to a 1v1 that was winnable for both sides.
It only gets harder here for 100 Thieves now. They have no more room to work with. Up to 12 for Sen. One more round will do it, and the ult to be built up. Big fight. 4 players taking the contest and contain out towards A. They're going to be setting these players up. Where's the reaction of 100 Thieves here?
It is fairly quick. Over towards Mound. Zelsis with a lockdown. May choose to just whack this down and call for help from John Cutie.
Still to be dealt with. Zelsis is just giving them that space and choose to contest this one. Waiting for the full retake, and it's a smart play to do with the amount of ults that they've got online. It should just be a slam dunk. 100 Thieves, they're the ones that still have to take it the extra mile, even with the spike planted down. That's why they're playing deep into spawn here, just with Bang though. And he's got to really come up big though. Blinded! Second with the rocket, out wide! And then one claimed. Jump spot. Great discipline. Everybody, noise cues cut away. They don't have a bloody clue. And now with the lockdown on top, it's all layered perfectly in between them. The reposition of Boostio. Just out of dodge, but it's just down to Cryo. And what can you really do? Not much.
Once again, those ultimates coming online for Sentinels, making all the difference. Great anticipation. Reality facing 100 Thieves. A bind, a map that they've played recently, and they use that double initiator utility to go crazy on big execs, especially down short, sometimes going for hookah floods, generally ignoring the more outside areas of the map like B-Long. But that's where we're going to see the fight on the pistol.
Tens is facing. Decoy sent in first, baited out the shots. Knows that someone is lurking around here. Wall is interesting through the TP. Work up onto alternate angles. Now the dog's being committed on top of that one. Spots 2 players.
Now, 100 Thieves know that Sentinels plan on this map because they've seen it in the off-season, and towards the end of last season actually, is to try to pressure B-Long and Showers really heavily. They're not going to try to defend short that much. And 100 Thieves are just walking down.
Attempt here with the plant. Nado rebounded. Stops it in its tracks.
Rest in peace, little bro.
Yeah.
You did good.
No cheers from the crowd. Put it up with the orb here, but Boostio now going to attempt to plant this one. He will get this one off, so 5v5 retake.
Look at Bang at short.
And this is an important one. Many players to meet him.
So many players here on the
Tucked
flank.
to the side. It's all about this, holding this angle. You get the first one. Sass has got util out in his hands, flashed up, but it's given him no way. The shots just going wide here. Battle on 2 fronts though, out towards the side. That's all Boostio. Off on a mad one with that one. 2 kills, Bang on the repeat. 2 left standing. John QT in second, doubled up now into lamps, but time ticking away with that spike.
One enemy remaining.
Fading away, no chance at all. This is 100 Thieves. Well put together pistol round. Okay.
It's not going to make too much difference in this one. Yeah, great pistol from 100 Thieves. That is a really interesting Viper wall that they used in the middle of that round as well. So the way that they are planning to create pressure over towards Showers was with the Viper wall and then with a Haunt. So if you've got Zekken and Zelsis fighting over Showers, as they often do in this defensive setup, you actually have a bit of a tool there to go and clear it despite everybody pathing down short.
It's the eco for Sen. They've stacked with 5 over towards B long. Guess what? So has 100 Thieves. Okay, farming up the orbs. Benz loses his life. Do they really choose to commit into this one? Satchel, right clicks in their face. Nade on top of it. Sassy, who wants seconds. Greedy boy, but gets punished.
Toxins going up.
That's clean from 100 Thieves. And Boostio is getting fairly close to that ultimate as well. The double kill that he got with the classic on the pistol round actually coming in potentially really clutch here. Now the problem is, if you want to go around the map and farm orbs as 100 Thieves, then those are the areas that Sentinels like to fight over the most on defense. If you start going towards Showers, there is a serious potential that you're going to have a Skydog in your face, Tens flashing through the teleport, and you're going to get crunched. So I think 100 Thieves, their best chance is just to stick to the middle lanes of the map and go for these big burst executes down short.
Double face step, there's a mosh pit behind them. You've got to respect this if you are Sen. Backing out and away! Asuna out wide here, still holding their ground onto the top of the box, but Tens is still alive. Right here with the decoy sent forwards. Cryo, he knows it though, holds his ground, gate crash to evacuate.
No.
Toxins
Close
screen
one.
down.
Oh yeah!
But now that
Monster on the
ult is
loose.
online, Boostio, having got the plant down, has access to Thrash.
They're in the way. Spots it though, sends it flying. Bang.
This is so aggressive.
He vacuums
Bang.
up the space, doesn't he? Shows a little bit of respect though. Tail end of this one, 3 versus 3. Flank attempt by Tens right from behind here. Cryo. So it's back to all of it indeed, and he does not know it! And it's all up to Boostio! Ran down!
The Tens gate crash earlier in the round, when he was trying to put pressure over towards Showers and then disappeared, they had no idea where he was coming back from. I mean, you saw multiple people on 100 Thieves looking towards Showers, expecting him to appear from there. He says peekaboo to Cryo and a bullet in the back of the head. Cool ideas, though, from 100 Thieves. You can see that they are trying to path down short in these rounds while still applying pressure to Showers. They had Fade utility through the front, Mosh Pit in the back,
Or Cassava. Tyson, I think we're...
and Sentinels looking to try to adapt their setups to deal with what 100 Thieves are throwing at them. I think we're going to see tons of retake attempts here because 100 Thieves are dumping major utility into these execs. It's really difficult to anchor.
The major game plan when they were playing against Leviathan. So what do you two try and get the plant down into the
Toxins
post array?
screen
But
down.
standard take over towards B long. Using the same tools now. Ice and flying. Boostio facing the side as an anti-flash, but now he's walking his way up with the rest of his team. Asuna, one step closer to the big rocket.
The reclear.
Reclear attempt, flash through. It's anti-flash from Asuna. The rest of his team combined, but how are they finding these kills? I mean, right behind him is Zekken, and he wants even more. Look at this. Just walking right round the corner, almost catching with the util. Out 72 health, backing away.
It does seem ridiculous that Sen somehow managed to get 2 kills out of that.
Toxins screen down.
Through the teleport, and Tens is in cave, taking up residence deep into enemy territory. There is just no way they're going to expect him to be coming around Showers behind them here.
This is such an unorthodox position to be in right now. The rest of their team. And what do they have to clear this one? Bang, it's in a really forward angle here. Asuna just jiggling from the bench, spots it.
Do they think about him at any point? No.
Not likely. Flash rebounds! Anti-flash, but not enough! Not enough! And Tens, when he's on the Euro on this map, I mean, he looks like a one-man army at times.
He's absolutely inspiring. Genuinely, the kind of tech that he's got all around the map, these little bounce flashes that set up perfect pop flashes for himself. I mean, he really is right in the playbook. There's no one doing it like him. Eat your heart out, Forsaken fans. I don't care. Tens is the absolute truth on Bind with Yoru. But yeah, The fact that Sassy was still able to get a kill off that reclaim, honestly, might have made all the difference.
Yeah.
To
I
set
can't
up
believe they went even there.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Even is the score. 2-2 here. Barriers dropping. An attempt to contest over showers. Fast here. Asuna facing all together. And yes, weaker weapons, but the Sheriff still deadly enough.
And the dog does Boostio try to punish in any way. He was there at the bottom of B long, thinking about walking up onto Sassy. Decides not to. This position from Zelsis on top of the truck, one that Aspas played multiple times against 100 Thieves and came out to the good so often.
Gun ferried away a little bit earlier. If the attempt here from 100 Thieves to retake showers for it, they're going to be sorely disappointed.
We've been robbed.
At least there's an orb. But from Boostio, looking left to right on a swivel, making sure to clear everything here, but he's the lone player. Steam salves towards A short. 3 players still there into bathrooms. Wall up. He's running it down TPs. He's trying to fake presence. Pulling away. I mean, they bought it. Hook, line, sinker. 2 players, but no. Maybe second guessing themselves here. Walking forwards. And that damage done prior. It's more than enough here to try and shut it down. Bang!
Player standing.
Too weak, unfortunately. All of the Boostio.
That's got to be one of the funniest attempts I've seen at causing distraction around the map. And honestly, it almost worked. Zelsis had his feet glued to the top of truck. Otherwise, 100 Thieves might have been able to make something of that. Rifles back.
3 seconds.
Fairly successful attempt at just trying to generate a pick in
One
showers.
enemy.
Yeah.
But I'm looking towards the ultimates online. And I think they're really important because Sen have got 2 that are really useful for retake. They did use the Seekers already in the prior. I mean, Celsius can't try to fight short here, can he?
Smoke's so deep, he's like feigning like they might be attempting to fight over this orbital strike. Mosh pit, it's all being utilized, but they've got the movement to get out. Satchels, gate crash, forwards though, that's Asuna, and a snake bite on top of it. Beautiful execution with all the utility. Combined up. Free-for-all towards the back of the side with those 2 kills now. Plant online, peek through by 10s. Offsetting it, you got to take risks in the moment, but it's all being contained and answered back.
Huge round from Asuna, and Cryo with some excellent trades as well. Asuna was getting absolutely diffed on map 1, and now we're actually seeing Zekken struggling to get a little bit of impact against the level of utility being thrown in his face. And he had to dodge an orbital strike, a mosh pit, get behind, got snake bit. Meanwhile, Asuna bullies his way into backside.
I don't
Nice!
care.
Nice!
Good shit, baby. Good shit, man. Let's get it, baby.
Let's go, let's get active.
Yeah, keep the shit up.
Let's go, Viper.
That's a super important round for 100 Thieves to win. More short presence and pressure at the start of the round.
Bring
We've seen
them down.
tons of emphasis towards the A side here. Look, Sen are leaving B already.
On the cues, it was the initial flood of utility here. It's being used. Orb line up from Bang.
It's going to sell it even more that the pressure's coming over towards A. Sentinels are trying to cheat their defense. And they're going to get punished for it by the look of things.
Everybody grouped up.
Face your fear!
I fall. Away, it's a full retake onto the B side.
And this site is really difficult to get good retakes on. Unless Second can get his showstopper online. Here comes the
Got one of his own.
Drift.
Yeah, dimensional drift. We'll be picking out these players as well, getting themselves into the position. Flash! That rocket's come nowhere. No man's land. Running them straight through. The rifles gained, and here's the showstopper to UAS. 410s, meanwhile, like I said prior, one-man army. This guy's a wrecking ball running straight through them, and the elbow players, they can't afford to swing. Zekken can stick it all the way through. And talk about well-oiled machines. I mean, 100 Thieves on their attack executes, but Sentinels with that retake, that was just picture perfect.
That was absolutely amazing. Generally, this site is so difficult to retake, but the flashes could not have been more perfect to just annihilate people on site. Those 100 Thieves players trying to anchor had no chance. Asuna's like an actual rocket launch into the stratosphere moment. Like he was trying to put the thing into orbit.
Yeah. Double flashed up. Timeout, 100 Thieves. It's been even so far. I mean, it feels even, I will say, but it was 100 Thieves winning that pistol round, which is why the scoreline ends up being closer.
Yeah, and that's a massive difference, right? Because Sen, in the first map, their first kill conversion rate was literally perfect.
100%.
Every time they got the first kill, they were able to win. Their gun round win rate, way higher than 100 Thieves as well. So while the scoreline seems fairly even, 100 Thieves actually need to be able to figure out how to convert post-plant situations. Because 3 out of 4 of the rounds that Sen have won are retakes. And it's one thing being able to get the plant down, but if that takes all of your utility, and then you don't have anything to stop Sen getting back into the site, you're going to lose these rounds.
Yeah, what good does it do? Nothing to stop them. Maybe that's part of the reason why Sen have picked into Bind as well, having seen 100 Thieves play it. Potential read with the heavy execute style that they've been playing. You know, they're seeing them expend all that util right at the start just to get the spike plans and realizing, okay, we can take a step back,
Find the
play for the retake.
and break
I think
They're
the
going to be more
retake,
favored.
the retake protocols looked amazing on Split as well when they played against Loud.
It's aggression, though. The right timing here. That's an anti-flash by Cryo. Doesn't earn himself a kill from it, though.
This is a bit of a tough round for Sentinels to try to attempt that same retake style, because Boostio's got 2 attempts with his ultimate to generate some kind of advantage. And there's going to be a pit down.
Close to the corner. Broken. Gate crash. Back to safety. But
Kind of plays Zelsis in.
does a little bit.
I think he's heard them retreating.
Surely going to be able to hear them retreating, and they are creeping and crawling their way forwards. Second flash. No dice. Sassy is on an island, isolated. Tucks to the corner, and Thrash is going to be meeting him. Detained. Not a chance. So the first kill now. Available here for 100 Thieves at the plant. Going their way. This post plant looks aggressive. Plays in forward positions.
They're going to pit surely here, right?
But available for them, and they should. Yes, bang. Spends it now. Everybody out through into the elbow. Zelsis is dropped as well on top of it. Nobody can withstand this kind of pressure, except maybe Zekken can. Nades there, forwards. The pre-fire shuts down any chance or attempt.
But what I was noticing during the game of 100 Thieves versus Lev, 100 Thieves were still getting some value on their attack side, but it was when they used big ultimates, and their strategy didn't really work without them. That round, 100 Thieves use the ults. They get big value out of it as well. Finding the identity of where Sassy was playing, use that second usage of the Thrash to be able to clear him out, and then pick on top.
Yeah.
But does that same strategy work if you don't have the ults to rely on? That, I think, is a question that 100 Thieves still don't quite have the answer for.
Deep Viper's Pit blocks off that B-long avenue, which 100 Thieves have been playing there pretty often.
Now, almost all the time, we're going to see teams try to ego their way through the pit. They put some kind of initiator utility through the front and try to flood out hookah. But it looks like 100 Thieves are not going for something like that. Instead, grouping up towards short, thinking, all right, well, if John Cudie's established his position towards B long, we'll try to take the A site, which should be a little weaker.
Everyone grouped in through short. 2 players still into hookah. This reads to me like a bit of a TP pivot. We wait to see what these players can get done. Asuna jump spots.
The problem with the TP pivot, though, Bren, is you don't have anybody B long, so John Cutie's not getting pressure.
They're giving it up, waiting for Bang to see if he can make his mark.
I mean, look at this gate crash.
Yeah, where is this one going? All the way into the spawn. Swapping sides. I mean,
he's
10
gone.
commits to
He's
it.
gone.
Yeah, he's all the way behind them now.
And he's going to be trying to put pressure on the people, putting
Here it
pressure
is.
on John.
Yeah. Flash, eye, everything committed. But still, it's a TP pivot into showers. Does he expect Cryo right here behind him? Does he attempt to follow them? This is absolute carnage and pandemonium. Flying straight past them. Tens. He's not. No, Cryo! Catch him with a backstab. Tens still behind them. Zelsis attempts it with a spray through, but it's all down to Tens. Jump spot. Great movement from Asuna.
Well, Boostio cooked that round. We had full access to the minimap, but we still couldn't tell what was happening. They were pivoting through teleports left, right, and center.
All over the place.
Made it feel like a fake into the pit at the beginning, went back towards short, then took the TP, or rather retreated to make it look like they were going into B. Took the teleporter again. Went through onto A. Tens was behind them, and he just was running from side to side because
Yeah.
he couldn't figure out where they were ending. That's a wild one. What a call to come out from 100 Thieves. That is such an important round as well, because it starts to build them back up to the ultimates. Asna's now very close to a showstopper, which we've talked about how important that is for 100 Thieves style. And it knocks Sentinel's economy.
Yeah.
That round 9 call could not have come at a better time.
Against the pit as well. I mean, they had that one locked down. It's another ult removed.
Absolutely running rings around
It's all
Sentinels.
over the place. I mean, I was losing track.
Awesome
One
stuff
eye on the
there.
minimap, one eye on the game. It was really, really cool. And like you said, critical timing for all of it to be happening. So they've taken the lead, 5-4. We mentioned the importance of this one. It's an elimination game, bind in the staging grounds, whether or not we see that continuation in the series. So every round counts for 100 Thieves.
There.
Start of this round, 100 Thieves grouped up very heavily towards short. Only John Cutie there to try to collect. But these players could quite quickly come through the showers TP and cause problems.
And also his own TP. It's the backside of A. They want to fight that one. And Util playing for the retake here. Backside control gained. Asana! Straight to him. Could have been a rifle delivery. And here's that TP to showers. Attempt. Real danger here. EU. Gonna be taken out here. 2 versus 3 now with the spike planted. Let's put the time pressure onto Sentinels here. And they don't have the positioning. They do have the rifles. Asana's got a rocket.
Drawing out that rocket would be pretty good for Sen, even if they lose the round.
Contacted. Great hold and the crosshair placement of Cryo. Now knows where the second player is. Elsis understands his role here. He's just got to get the hell out of there. So, could have been some danger in that round, but again, it's 100 Thieves. They navigate it. Will be the 6-1 for them. Steadily accruing the lead even more.
But this is how important round 9 was, just to go back again. Look, Cryo's 2 away from orbital strike. Boostio's 1 away from getting his Gecko ult online, which if they get the plant down, he'll have it for a post plant. 100 Thieves turned the tide with that insane round-the-world call. And now actually have the ults to be able to snowball their way to a really decisive attack off. They've changed the game.
Half armor. The Sentinels won't really make too much of a difference. Maybe the goal now to go a bit faster once more for 100 Thieves, especially with a showstopper. Asana on a much better game compared to that first one. Boombot leads the charge, clears the close corner, still has the satchels, and now finally lets it go! Straight to the back wall, Zelsis though. Look at that, stand and deliver, holding your ground out towards Lamp, and that is a real skirmish taking place.
I have the spike.
Get a pause in the play here with the spike being reclaimed. Both teams taking a breather, but now it's planted into the post plant once more. No more ults to be used, but
Sassy's on the flank, so Sentinels are waiting for this to happen. To be honest though, these flanks have not really worked.
a different direction. Bang. Doesn't look really the wiser for it. EU on top of bench. ADS. Lovely tap, but there's the kill found. Finally, flank paying off. Regain. John QT really being pressured towards the back of the side. He needs Sassy to get a move on. He's a little bit too late to the party here, especially with it ticking. EU, so much util to work with. Teva connects. No more sound cues. Nade rebounds, and there is the kill. Combinations on combinations.
Last round.
Bit too slow
before
on the
switch.
retake for Sentinels, not able to get those really coordinated retakes working like they were in the first quarter. Sen were set up to try to deal with that blast pack showstopper play down short. You saw Tens on top of triple, but he couldn't teleport away in time. Boostio was really sharp on that trade, and once more, the snake bite that Bang is throwing in, being able to catch Zekken over towards triple and set up that kill too.
It's a really unsafe position to play in. Is this really just going to be running it back with the ults? Thrash.
Not
Not
exactly
sure where that went.
Yeah, I mean, they were just clearing the front of short like they were expecting something super aggressive at the start of the round. But that is a weird one. Limits Boostio's usage of the ult to just one more time.
He's got it back.
But 100 Thieves
Right there.
calling a pause and moving around. Definitely a little harder to read than their game against Leviathan.
Thrash isn't done with you.
Here we go, round 2. Clear out towards Hookah now. Seekers can be offloaded. Detainment is there. Satchel plays. Asuna can't see anything though. Blinded up. Second close to the corner. Now the showstopper. Right to the feet. Takes them out. Boostio returns. Spike planted. 1 versus 2. Maybe a chance for it to be winnable. An 8th round would be a dream. But it's a tough ask for him. Tens, 2 flashes. 1 more smoke for Zelsis. It's a slow play. Tucked in. Here's the footsteps. Doesn't know where they are exactly, but strikes correctly. Round ended.
Switching sides.
What a clutch to end the half for our Gecko cosplayer here. Defending world champion Boostio, showing how he got it done on the big stage. That is a nuts ending to capitalize on 5 rounds in a row. It was great from Zekken to defend Sassy, who got hit by that ult. But this 1v2 just seals the deal. After an awesome turnaround in round 9, Boostio calling amazingly, then clutching incredibly.
Feel the energy that's bringing for them as well. With their backs against the wall, you got to think an elimination match. It's all important, but on the other side of things as well, earlier we spoke with
The exec style worked really nicely. How does it work on defense?
long distance lob.
From downtown.
Get to the Olympics. What the NFL? I don't know. What's more topical? I don't know meat sports.
The way that Sentinels likes to play this is Tens takes showers basically on
he's
his own.
alone, yeah, most of the time.
A lot of the time. But if you try to fight him, good luck. Even if you double up, really difficult to stop. And just because Tens is in showers, it doesn't actually tell you anything about which way Sentinels are defaulting. This dog from Sassy though will. It's sent straight through. Wrapping around, spots out the players there. Decoy broken out. Flash forward, lots of smokes drop down on top of it. They want to try and fight this one in through lamps. There's a lot of players here. That Tether is monstrous. Nade on top. No, not quite. Missed.
It just about missed. That could have been deadly. A massacre, a bloodbath. But the players still stand. They take a breather. 35 seconds in this round. Not much more time to work with. Another tap. Baiting out the util. This is getting really, really tenuous. It's spam. Being committed. Trying to stop this one. Get the spike. Plan to drop down. Asuna way too far forward. Ahead of the pack there. No one can help him out, but with 20 seconds left, the call is made. TP pitted all the way through. Now they're going to be seeing as an empty B. Sight Boostio. Nice kill to be claimed. Expect the second player.
10 seconds left.
They should have been able to hear how many people went through the teleport. It looks like Boostio's not quite aware, but John can't capitalize.
No, plant down though. To the post plant now. Sassy. You dare peek this one into so many players. Well, his team are taking contact. Attention being diverted. It's all Celsius. I mean, he's cleaning these players up entirely. Lighting them up. Kill feed filled with red.
Great call in the round from Sen to just put that pause in after 100 Thieves had got people in position to deny the plant and decide to take the kittens through the teleporter. that is a play. That play right there, though, could have just swept Sentinels away in lamps. I think Asuna rebounded it off the door frame instead of the back wall, but otherwise the tether was perfect from EU.
Could have been monstrous.
What could have been?
Yeah, and now 100 Thieves drop down to the eco. Of course, a long while yet until potential lead is equalized, but patience play by Sentinels. So gets the flash.
Yeah, that flash though, when you pull it out that far towards the left, it doesn't actually tell you anything, because there could be a player left, could be a player in garden, there could be a player on site. You want your flashes to be a bit more specific than that, especially when you only have 2 of them now. They still have to nade this corner. They're giving a lot of info to 100 Thieves. There's a kill that's going to matter a lot, though, because now Sentinels can make the call to end over towards A. John Cudy's not seeing anything over here.
45 seconds left now. We know it's an open book in terms of the plant. Anywhere you like. Dog sent in. Sassy does have the spike, so not going to be able to get this down. He's got a scurry, cleared forwards.
Zelsis is calling for the spike himself to
seconds
build
left.
up towards that ult. An orbital strike could be a difference maker, and you might see him go around hunting for some of these kills as well. Yeah, so he exchanges for the Stinger. They're just orb maxing.
Yeah. It's going to be a standard round here. Already won basically for Sentinels unless something goes amiss. Flash play to re-peek into this and trying to hopefully farm up some of these old forwards. Reload, online, 20 bullets left. Tens is helping him out, right? To him, not letting anyone escape the ire of it. It was Tens who vacuumed up all the kills.
Yeah, I mean, when you say Tens is helping him out, you mean Tens is stealing the ult orbs from the player trying to get his ult online.
Zelsis one away.
I mean, exactly. With Zelsis only one away, they can definitely try to play for one of these orbs. The advantage of Sentinel's composition and the way that they play the map is that they do put a heavy emphasis towards showers, be long, the areas of the map that you can access that extra ult for. Good to see them thinking about that extra layer of the game.
Right back into it. There's a molly sent flying. Had to miss that one as well as we were getting laid out of replay, but Boombot broken. Feigning like there's some sort of an attempt over towards Hookah and B, but the position's being held really aggressively by Bang.
When you look at who's got the spike, it seems like Zelsis wants this ult for the post plant, but 100 Thieves are fighting short really hard.
Satchels through and forwards here. Teva, beautiful, points him in the right direction. Zekken is there over the swing. Close! Sassy takes a whole load of damage in the process here. Him and Tens now linking up, joining hands near. Here's the dog, Mosh Pit. Around the sideways, the coverage. Sean QT on top of bench 2 versus 2. Or gonna try and use it to reposition, but guess what? Bang, right behind you. Backstab, online, vulnerable. It does not matter for Boostio. Gets the job done.
And 100 Thieves look like the way that they're planning to play defense on A is by fighting the plant, not allowing Sentinels to get it down for free. And Sen don't have all of that unbelievable double initiator utility to push back 100 Thieves and make it impossible to contest. Boostio, for a long time now on Bind, has been very comfortable playing that kind of plant denial defense. Playing inside of smokes, putting spam onto people.
Cutting through.
Sen are going to have to put some pauses into these short pushes. Now the ults start to come online. A little faster for Sen because they won the pistol and the follow-up. Can that be the difference maker? It definitely felt like it was in the first half.
Yeah. Burned the one for Zelsis. Tens, meanwhile, taking a bit of a peek towards Showers. Like we said earlier, this man doesn't shy away from it. Solo Showers take. Wants to fight over it, but look at this from Zekken. There's a nade to rebound here, close to the corner. This Boombot needs to be broken, at least by Bang. Tens in trouble. Gate crash fading away. They dare really approach his position. Doesn't look likely. Flashing back and away on either side. B Long was given up and conceded, so Sen have got all that space now. Adjustment. Not there for Zekken in time. Didn't have the crosshair placement, so a freebie for Boostio.
And Tens has actually dodged the haunt in Showers. And he's looking to try to take some space for the rest of his team.
Yeah, out towards the back side. That's 100 Thieves now, realizing giving up that space. Now they don't explode out into the side here. Instead, taking up residence into A short, dimensional drift, maybe to spot out close to the positions, just using it as a glorified drone. Pings it out, realizing the site is clear. So John QT with a plant. Nades! Will he get out? Just barely.
And now remember that Zelsis has Molly. He also has his orbital strike for the post. So this is going to be an extremely difficult nut to crack.
Position he's playing in as well. So far back here, Asuna, Satchels now, alongside the flash. Dizzy, pointing them out towards default. Bench, it's going to be cleared now, out towards Showers, and yeah, that time pressure becoming an issue. You hear the Molly landing at the feed. Okay, half on the defuse. Oh, wingman! The Molly missed! Half on it, push them back. It's all down to Zelsis, but there's 4 players left and there's already half on the defuse. It's essentially a round win. Zelsis, you have to spray them all down and it's just not a chance, not a chance. 100 Thieves. And that one mistake, one misstep with the lineup.
And you know, I'm not even sure that the molly did miss. I think we were hearing the one that Riot had thrown out or something. Because I could have sworn that there was a molly on the spike after the orbital strike came through. But either way, Sen not able to delay enough time there in order for their player to be able to capitalize towards the end. That's a major, major round again for 100 Thieves to win. Because that one played very differently. Instead of going for the plant denial, playing for that big retake, saving a lot of their initiator utility for it. Small mistake, but doesn't really matter too much. Does give away his positioning, though.
Judge in close quarters, they're trying to run this guy down. Bang! Judge in hand, blind. All the way through, couldn't see anything, but he's done the damage, hasn't he? And now the return of the fire, wait a second. Overzealous. It's a 2 versus 2 with the rifles here. Boostio, he's sending Thrash into the mix. He wants to try and get that detainment, but he missed it. That's to cancel it. This is chaotic.
So many of these eco rounds have been won.
Here.
Or I suppose you could say thrown away. Over the course of Kickoff, in Americas and Pacific, it just feels like these ecos are so dangerous, even with minimal investment.
Yeah. Far back position by Boostio, just holding it for the contact lurks. Got the right read on how Sentinels are going to play this one. Sassy, have to be the one going in first here on 5 HP. Seekers.
I've got your
Blind,
trail.
committed.
I mean, they are going to teleport as soon as they realize that these two players are close.
Yeah. There it is. Through showers now with 30 seconds left
30
and remaining.
seconds left.
Cryo is hightailing it. 100-meter dash all the way through here. He is as quick as anything. Do they expect this one?
Spike
Plant
planted.
down. Wall up in their face. Doesn't catch the timing here. John QT! Wingman! Drops down, dodge the stun. Just for a moment. Sidesteps it up through heaven, moving through the vulnerable. John QT, that is ballsy. A tap. Trying to force these players out of position, but it's being held from heaven. Sassy holding it. Balls of steel. They do not swing. They do not approach the position. They are still holding their ground, but no. Boostio takes the timing and they know exactly where John QT is. Once more, another tap. No kill, but only for Cryo. Really, really well played.
An iron will from Sen there, not peeking as 100 Thieves tried to draw out the peaks over and over, eventually getting their way. So close. 100 Thieves have now established themselves a really nice advantage. Unfortunately, the economy is looking a little dodgy here. They're still going to be able to get 4 rifles online, and Sentinels forced to take a tactical timeout.
One enemy remains.
Boostio was so close to going down when he crossed
Nice try, kid.
through pipes past John Cutie. There are small moments in this map that are making huge cascading differences later down the line.
Ultimates that they've not now got. More importantly, orbital strike, the Nightfall. Tons of tools to be used that can bring them up to that map point.
Yeah, 100 Thieves are fine to play retake. They're also perfectly fine to try to deny the plant. They're going to have a pit at the start of the round.
And kill them.
Enormously favored, I would say, to be able to get up to 12. Sen have got an uphill battle here to knock them out of contention for Madrid.
As you said prior, pit laid down into the choke. Early access to showers gained. Tends his way through. Picks up the orb, TPs away, but the rest of his team will hold on to that space that he was gained.
Yeah, it looks like John's really trying to call a fake in this round. Put a lot of pressure over towards B in terms of noise being used.
Night out forwards, ends right behind it. Like you said, it's that fake attempt.
It has pulled EU over towards B, or Spawn at the very least.
Orbital strike. Wow. Just from the drop down, actually, anticipating that could have been a play. And yeah, gate crashes right to safety, but Asuna, he didn't rotate away. Still holds it onto the high ground here. Going for a second peek at this one, but a satchel maybe to safety. It's labored. Messy even, but it gets the job done with the 2 kills. Adjustment from Tens. Pit.
huge.
No longer a problem. Less than 30 seconds left. Damage through the wall, enough. Right to the dome. Rips it straight off for Tens here. 2 players now left for Sentinels. Desperate task ahead of them. Attempted nevertheless here with really such little time close towards it. Sassy, the spike has been dropped down. You have to accept it. Cut the losses. Get the hell out of there. But that means 100 Thieves are on the brink, the precipice.
And Sassy needs this weapon. The economy is not great for his team.
Gotta save it. He's gotta save it. Massive from Cryo.
Huge towards the end there. That's going to put so much additional pressure onto the economy. You look at what John's going to be working with. No rifle now available. He's got to pick up a Spectre. And at the end of the day, it's this position from Asuna that ends up getting the work done. While his teammate's holding short, he's in an unexpected position and doesn't just go for one and drop off, but actually holds his ground on top of the box, going for repeats.
Just did not care.
The difference between Asuna's impact on map 1
here
and
we
2
go.
is crazy.
3 players meeting him, dog there. Stimmy, flashes all abound. A truce is ordered. A pause in the play, but Shower's given up again, as we've been mentioning. Tens, he's ahead of it, head of the smoke entirely. Asuna seeks to contain, and contain he will. Bringing down the opposition. Reclaiming that space out towards Showers. They give up and concede again through into short. Still with the op. Out towards triple. How do you really seek to do some damage here? There's just an angle opened up to him.
Does he realize that they're so deep on sight?
I mean, side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Crouched down with the Prowler. Broken! Lands a shot! It's Boostio. He's still there. John QT in the meantime. He did take care of Asuna. Second round aside. Okay. 2 versus 2. We could end in a moment's notice with this flank attempt occurring. Bang! He's all the way behind them once more. What is the call to be made by Sen? Grouping up. No more noise.
Toxins going up.
Pit. There! Oh my!
So close.
Barely opened himself up a tap. Teva through. They don't know where this last player is. They are really struggling to find it, but with 25 seconds left, it's dangerous games they're playing here for Sen.
John needs Zekken inside the pit, I think, so that he can just get the plant down.
Yep.
There's only 20 seconds left.
And he just chooses to stick it. Zekken's not even there playing with him, just seeking to hold this round down, almost going down just from the vulnerable and the spam.
Really dangerous.
Back to the box. Healthy players from 100 Thieves, and this is the real turning point. Might just come down to it. Random spray, the bullets through. One player's a target, and John QT is found, taken out. Zekken close to it. 100 Thieves right here. It's theirs. They are not out of it yet.
For 100 Thieves. What we saw them do was trying to pick timings to fight really aggressively on defense. They were trying to overwhelm Leviathan when we saw them play earlier. And Sen have got to be aware of those kind of setups. I mean, they had a haunt, crazy nade setup over towards A. And in this pistol round, Zekken on the attack side doesn't appear to be afraid of anything. He's just taking it completely on his own.
3 players to meet him. So close now with the utilities. Tucked to the corner, and a right click. Blessed with it.
Going 1 for 1, and in the meantime, Cryo, defending B Heaven, didn't realize that that was where the entirety of Sentinels were. He got overwhelmed.
I like this from EU. He's, oh my goodness, okay, forget about EU. Asuna, he's right behind them, hot on their tail. EU though, into B main.
They've planted
that prior. Oh, and Asuna's just, I mean, fearless is the word to use.
And the rest of the team's just abandoned tens.
Yep, just running them down, Asuna. He does not care, seeking out these players methodically, one at a time. Vulnerable. Celsius, needed out position, but nobody's watching this one. I mean, getting hectic into it. So, 2 versus 2 is what it returned to now, 40 seconds. Steadily ticking down. Contacting forward. Sen just pull it out from the bloody brink.
100 Thieves letting that one slip away, though. I mean, once they had Sentinels on the run, chasing Sassy out of B Heaven, hitting tens when he was going for the plant, they then just allowed Celsius a free kill onto Asuna, and they decide to go for a reclear even though the spike is dropped and they could just be playing on sight with crossfires. Questionable decision-making there to lose the pistol round, I think. Sen get away with it. Now, this is the kind of setup over towards A that you've got to be aware of. When there's a double initiator and the raise here, they can put crazy pressure onto John QT. And you know when the Cypher's there because you can see the cages being thrown over the roofs.
Walking forwards though. Molly missing from Bang just to try and stop them in their tracks. You can hear it now. Being threatened. That was clear, and it's classic. Eventually getting it. Through the wall here, damage done, paranoia, blinded up, and enough to collect the kills up.
A bold plant again, but this time not punished.
One enemy
Boostio
remaining.
just tried to get into B heaven and gets cut down.
So a strong beginning for Sentinels. Their attack side.
But at the same time, not the most coordinated play that we've seen. They did struggle with their attack side, I think, the most out of the two sides that they played against Loud. And so far, I mean, again, the pathing from Zekken there, not quite checking pillar, some of the chaos in the pistol. There are definitely opportunities for 100 Thieves to punish that kind of stuff once they have the rifles online. And I think, in particular, the A side of the map is going to be really dangerous for Sentinels to try to play, because they don't have enough utility to be able to counter what 100 Thieves are playing with over there. The Gecko Fade and Raise is nuts. You can use it for re-clears over towards A ramp. You can use it to fight at the beginning of the round. Sen look like they're going to try to take A ramp control, perhaps with the dog at the beginning.
Usually quite slow though off the rip, their attack side. Balance here, and split. Into the cage, that's a unique way to try and take it.
Thinking about getting the punish on someone who was playing aggressively there. No one's quite home.
Dog.
That was close.
And yeah.
In the meanwhile, because they've drawn all of this presence towards A heaven, both initiators and the Rays, Zekken's got all the way deep up mid with Zelsis.
Going for this one here, flash and a peek for Zekken. Nade rebounds, nice from Boostio. But he does stand his ground, will he deliver? Additionally, it's EU from the side, a teammate Cobra, no more bullets! That is treacherous. Drop down to 3 health. Knows where John QT is
so
actually. He's got him
perfect.
locked right into place.
Pixel precise aim with that one. John's going to get the plan down, so additional funds for the rest of the team. But I don't see how he's winning this with a Spectre in a 1v3.
Round win is almost entirely out of his grasp. Look at it, funneling him right into their trap. It's EU with 4. Nice ult built up.
That's going to be an important thing to keep an eye on as well, because the 100 Thieves composition, not only has it got really good initiator utility, but also the ultimates that it's got available. Pretty huge. This round, though, just coming down to defending that Viper wall, just drawing a line in the sand and saying, no, we are going to brawl if they step past here. Boostio screaming Vamos towards the end there as well. So 100 Team, they are actually investing into this. They're not choosing to play this as a bonus. Boostio's gone for the judge. Bang has bought himself a rifle.
That is an awkward one. It's covered by Sassy. 100 Thieves just waiting for the cam to be broken, or at least the opposing side. John QT's.
Where is everyone hiding?
Now the ult online with that orb. Flash broken, spotting these players out. It's 2, and testing them out towards ramp. John QT, fast with the timing here. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he's so deep on the lurk.
Deep underneath them.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team is going through big heaven, so there's 2 silent plays working on at the same time. The only noise is the sky in mid.
So many unknowns right now for 100 Thieves. They have lost control of the map. Information is king in situations like this. It's the call to be made. Where have these players got to?
So many times in rounds like this, it comes down to just a bit of a timing play. Double jump down into vent, just to make sure, in case there was a player in there, they would be able to get the trade.
Let's see.
And they spot Boostio.
There's some info. So right through, almost landing it with the stray bullets here.
30 seconds left.
Why not? Wingman, send
Spike
flying,
planted.
just in case there's another player sitting close deep. Zelsis.
The lurks on lurks.
Yeah. This is why it's dangerous to lose control of the map in that way and inform 2 players playing close to the site here, dropping down now. Bang and Boostio
Player
against
stand.
the world, leave it to just Boostio. That is snappy. That is clean, but can he do even more? answer is no. 3-1 for Sentinels, their attack side. Looking good, winning that gun round.
From my stuff.
Because 100 Thieves wants to group up and use comboed utility, I think dropping pauses into the round like this is going to be really important for Sentinels on their attack. The more you can make it difficult for 100 Thieves to find those good timings to use defensive utility, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
Now, of course, contacting around the map comes with its own dangers. You're going to be walking into maybe an operator, players on off angles, trap plays that you didn't realize. But there is a strength to that.
Punishable potentially, but no swing. The dog connects. They have great stun onto Bang. No stopper even being invested into this one. Still feeling like there's some danger, and danger there is. EU's there with a rifle. As connection, spotting these players out, but the site is gained for them. Boostio still tucked towards mid. QT just wants to give this one up. Prowler chasing him down. So Heaven in control here for 100 Thieves. Nade's still there. In fact, a showstopper of their own. Asuna to seek to offload it. No, he doesn't clear it. Boostio's there, and he's down and out. Tens just drops both of them.
So they navigate a fairly dangerous eco round again. John Cutie just acting as a utility sponge, drawing out all of that initiator utility as Boostio chased him around the map. Could have seen Asuna go for that with the showstopper. Think about the way that Evil Geniuses was playing last year when they won Champions. They would send those ults on eco rounds.
Oh yeah.
When they thought they might be able to turn it into their advantage, they would go for it. That time, 100 Thieves playing with a little more caution, just making sure that they have that ultimate up for the next. And actually, the showstopper is one of the most important ults to work around for Sentinels here. So this time, I'll give them a pause for thought. Because Asuna is often going to use his showstopper to punish, for example, the dog being used up ramp. If he hears that dog, he can blast back out and try to get a kill on somebody over there. And that can be used in various different places around the map. But
grants you that luxury, right? You can play a lot more aggressive, tight corners, because you're not worried about the stun as much.
yeah, and you're gonna super try to punish people who are static in those spots. This timeout coming at another really important pivot round. If 100 Thieves lose this, their economy is in shambles. Sentinels have already built up such a buffer. And this was actually the half where 100 Thieves were having enormous amounts of success against Leviathan, just punishing them. But Lev running the breach and the Sova didn't really have people willing to take the fights. Second is so happy to do that. Tens is super happy to do that.
Oh yeah. Like to get stuck in. Reward themselves with a couple of picks here, but now half of the course here with Sentinels. We know what to expect their attack side rounds. They like to go slow, beginning in the jump spot here. Asuna chasing them down.
In the meantime, this walkout through B main.
Oh, and Cryo's fallen. With him down here, the Heaven players now have got to really worry about this one. With Zelsis dropped. Evened out 4 versus 4 here, but the site is now theirs. And Tens wants a little bit more. John QT causing all sorts of problems, just pricking them from behind. Whoa, what a rocket! Asuna straight down into sewers. He's left it just 2 alive now, grouped up, side by side, holding hands. Sentinels seeking to do the most here, but Thrash is going to be clearing out most of the site. Staircase still being held here by Bang. Lovely angle for it. At this point, it's not too much the Zeki can do. He's just eating all sorts of bullets, raining down onto him. And there's a defuse for 100 Thieves. So, ults being utilized there to really great effect.
Yeah, great play from 100 Thieves, but they did have to use those 2 big ultimates in the round. And that's the silver lining for Sentinels, is that they haven't had a broken economy there. And this play in LP main did work. That Viper lineup, oh yeah, he just got caught there trying to pick the orb back up. But that Viper orb lineup is so powerful. You'll sometimes see teams default their wall towards B to threaten lurk plays out there, but that Viper orb that I think Zest came up with from old DRX. It's so good.
Largely to threaten the B anchoring players if they're not careful for it. Here we go, explosive. Right up top, second. Okay.
He wants to reclaim that title as the top raise in the match.
He really does. There was a TP from TenZ as well in the meantime. Ult expended and bang, he did win that fight out. So
Very reminiscent of what they were doing on Lotus, actually. Just sending Zekken and TenZ in. Those TenZ teleports, that I don't think they were really ever finding value, and that's another one that gets shut down. It's going to make this round more difficult. Trying to mid-round without smokes, that's got to be about one of the most difficult things that you could ask. But they do still have this Viper set up on B, and I think Boostio's got the read on it.
oh, great gamble. Great read, like you said. No smokes, the only ones being pre-placed. That's the Viper ones, so they think, okay, make our way over towards B. 100 Thieves ready to receive. And this could be a bloodbath. Nightfall, here's the Yuto comes out. The damage definitely being done straight through the wall, though. That's second. And he can't hear anything at all. Cut into the corner. Bang, taking slices out of him. And he right behind him.
What a read from 100 Thieves. They had every single player ready for that hit when Sentinels had not made a single piece of noise.
Great call.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the gamble of a lifetime. Super well played. We didn't quite see it from TenZ POV as to why he committed on that ultimate, but really put his team in a bad position. Ziggs will be happy if they make gambles that pay off like that.
Keeping themselves alive when it comes to the economy. In healthy buys. Now it's Sentinels with the back foot of the economy. If they lose this round, they're going to be knocked down. No likelihood. Spots. Anybody seen?
Spike dropped.
Waiting. Maximize the use of that molly. Let's rip now as soon as he hears the dog. And a boom bot.
And generally, 100 Thieves have been following the noise. You see EU start to get pulled away into B heaven. They're expecting this to be some kind of B split, and Asana's already calling for a re-clear of B main by the look of things. Trying to bring Cryo with him. That is on the exact opposite side of the map to where the actual action is.
Theo close to Flowers. Still getting cleared. I don't know if that molly was intended for him. Only the one though.
Nice attempt at the discipline.
I respect it. Open sight for the pit.
TenZ is in this smoke in heaven, and he gets
the
the reward.
That is nasty stuff. All the more difficult. And the decision has been made for them, really. 100 Thieves can't attempt to take this one. They back away with the rifles that they can have. So, Sentinels, round win.
Yeah, and I really think a large part of that round is that 100 Thieves chose that mid-round timing to try to pull people away from mid and instead go to explore B main, trying to gather information. And Sen calling the freeze, slowly contacting over back towards A, just found the gap. And we just seen a round from 100 Thieves where they gambled perfectly and won because of it. That's the other side. Double-edged sword if you're going to play a bit like that.
What a time to do it. 4 players surviving for Sentinels. If they lost that round, like we said, the economy would have been broken. They can live to fight another day.
One of my cameras is broken.
Same case here for 100 Thieves. Should be, potentially.
Yeah, things are starting to get a little tender, though, for the 100 Thieves economy. And both of these teams, back and forth, does put a lot of strain on your ability to be able to buy up.
Cover going out.
I think 100 Thieves are really struggling to get information and deny this Viper setup. Cryo's just basically having to sit there and babysit B main the entire round.
Just relegated to jump spot, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's the problem with not having a Cypher in the composition. Big strength of 100 Thieves comp is that they have that double initiator that the desk was talking about. It's awesome. You don't also have the Cypher to give you really good info during the round.
Present shown here. Flash. And the dog committed up through a ramp. He gets spotted by 100 Thieves players. EU's going to be seeing this one, and that does allow John QT up into this angle. Jump spot, damage through the box. Not enough for the kill.
Double jump spots over towards A, and John Cuty's now pushed them both off their respective angles. Not that that's pulled anybody over just yet, but that's the idea. Sen are hoping that they can make it easier to walk through on this B split.
Wow.
And what a punish that is. All of these 100 Thieves players having to jump spot because they don't have that info and getting smacked.
And how they go, Asuna close to the choke. There was a molly in the hands of Zelsis, hands him an easy one. Cryo still dodging, juking, not enough, not enough. Sentinels
30
right in their
seconds left.
faces.
Another really tough situation.
Oh, they want to fight this, they want to fight this, they want to fight
Player
this.
standing.
Boostio, he shut down instantly, and like you said, Josh, it's a
Find
tough situation.
Part 2.
Reveals the 2. Sees the reposition, lined up actually, lined up entirely, but it is that crossfire, no way! EU brings it to the 1v1. It will be a monstrous clutch, and indeed it is! Disgusting work by EU.
Insane performance. How has he managed to pull that one out?
Oh. I was really shocked at the call there. Boostio and EU committing into that one. They had that player disadvantage, but
One enemy remaining.
holy, does it work out when he's playing like that? Masterful.
That's a fantastic clutch up there. Playing to the camera, that might have just saved his team. Because that was an eco swing round. 100 Thieves would have had to be on some kind of broken buy. Look what it means to them. It's an elimination map, and now we see 100 Thieves with this fight out towards A, trying to catch anybody that might be defaulting for ramp control. John's going to feed this info to the rest of the squad, but they don't immediately react into B. They make sure that they're set up for it first.
And then setting up for it. It's that rocket bang.
That did so much damage.
Oh my goodness, but no kill claims. Damage, stray bullets. Sent flying, John QT! How was he already there? This is ridiculous. Essentially TP'd straight into the fray. One player up into heaven. That's Boostio. Oh, gain, flick, adjustments, all their detainment. Is it online? John QT, the savior. But Boostio, oh, he can't get it.
What a pace increase from Sentinels, but not rushing things as well. John knew that they were fighting super heavily over main. Sentinels had the right protocol, but they made sure that they were set up to go for the exec, increase the tempo, and punish these players. John slipped through there, didn't he?
He did.
And he looks
Enemy remaining.
very clean with the shooting.
My God.
The work that I put for you, I was putting in work.
He is. This is it down to the half by Asuna, brave of it. Really wide face, pulls out the paranoia, but this is 100 Thieves, like we said. I don't know, down to the half by.
Boostio's been hitting every shot.
Guy is on one right now, middle, now being called. Seekers there through them, but no, scaling into the site. They are meeting them. This is a hard rotation. 100 Thieves, what a time to do this. Pull this one out when the weapons are weakest, and it's only up to Sassy. Fragile is his placement. And a thrifty round. I mean, I was about to start discussing heartbreak for 100
Last round
Thieves.
in the half.
After all that talk of economy to broken by, but it matters not.
And what a play from them as well. They cooked up a fake aggression towards A. Asuna swings at the very start to make it feel like they're fighting A. Instead, they walk down mid. Boostio hits a great shot. His individual skills been nuts. And then they read the fact that there's a response on A and swarm around the rest of these players trying to react. Super mobile, really dynamic, and very confident from 100 Thieves.
Excellent call.
That puts a thrifty on the board. And it's anybody's guess who's going to lead at the half, or whether we're going to have a draw.
Not the rifles. B main.
Going up.
Game for Zelsis. Has he spotted? No, I mean, he's pre-firing it just in case. I believe there's a jump spot. Yeah, he doesn't know. Cryo has been playing into that back corner. He's alone, he's spamming this. Calls for rotations, and here it is. Cryo just takes the fight.
It's one of the first times that Cryo has found an advantage by holding like that in B main. Usually finding himself caught out a little, but that is huge for 100 Thieves.
Massive one. It's going to be called now.
This is a fake reaction on the other side. But to be honest with you, when they find the A site empty, they might decide to call for 10s over.
Yeah, and he's got the spike in his hand, so they are going to hard commit into this one with the forward positions gained. Up into heaven with the smoke. Sassy's an
planted.
important piece here. Needs to stay alive. What a kill. Zekken will not get out alive. It's a good return of fire. Boostio is firing on all cylinders, but finally will fall. John QT all the way behind. They are none the wiser, but only just the one. Asuna forcing his attention forwards. They want to try and take this fight straight to the site, onto these players, seeking them out, all the way to the back. A map to spam kills, all the way. Tens is really finding it difficult, and he does fall. 2v2, planted potentially. I don't know for heaven, it's in the smoke. Spam here, Asuna sticking! Oh my! It's set to walk away with it. 7-5.
Switching sides.
That one was so incredibly close to going the other way. What a half this has been. The other two maps are very streaky, very one-sided. This back and forth constantly. With huge moments from the 100 Thieves players, EU, Monster Clutch, Fusio firing on all cylinders. And yet Sentinels still leading 7-5 at the half with John calling a master. Shows you how much is on the line. I mean, just for everybody involved too. There's pride, but it'll be warring with a little bit of devastation if 100 Thieves do end up being eliminated here. Because again, these guys, they put everything into it. All the players on both sides. We've already seen 2 teams globally get eliminated from contention in Madrid. And the rest of this map is going to define the third. You don't play until April. If you end up getting eliminated here, that's such a time to be sat twiddling your thumbs.
In the right time to strike. Bit of presence into mid by 100 Thieves. Past that here. Down to the minute mark almost here, and now they're starting to walk their way over with the Viper Wall.
Tens is in this spot at Flower, holding a paranoia.
Mosh pit. I mean, that clears him. No?
He's into hell.
Positions. I mean, he's taking a ton of damage, but he's going to be using the paranoia for it.
He's also just smoked himself in hell.
Really being plucked apart piece by piece. 100 Thieves might be gaining exactly what they need, and yes, overstepping themselves here by Sentinels on their defense side. Critical pistol round for 100 Thieves. Sent flying there with a spike. Oh boy, oh, the plan tonight!
Get him gone.
Oh no, oh no, 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 no! This could be a
30
disaster.
seconds left.
Spike in the middle of nowhere. John QT still tucked to the corner, but plenty of players left standing. 100 Thieves start swarming onto the site. Teva, not sure if there was a connection. Tripwire, they're all grouped up. Damage done, but eventually the reaction.
Spike down
Cryo,
A.
he turns around. John QT is weak enough. One shot will do it. The damage there. 12 seconds remaining. Seeks to deny.
10 seconds
Oh
left.
my! 10 health. Still kicking, by the way. Now EU has to stick it.
Spike planted.
Gets back into it. 1 versus 1. One single shot. 3 bullets. Wrap around. Cryo. Are they going to expect this one? And who's being planted for? John does not know what to expect. Spots it. Him. No way. And he knows it's not really planted for him. Hasn't pushed up. A tap. The game of chicken is being played all for the pistol line. All on the line. Cryo! He delivers!
The little jiggle that doesn't even bait a shot out of John Cutie. Cryo still has to go for the swing, and yet hits the shot. That was anybody's. Even after Sentinels' original game plan had been so disrupted, they had their chances of being able to win that round, but it's 100 Thieves that come out. On top on the pistol, set up to try to equalize this final deciding map between the two orgs.
What a way for this final map to play out in our elimination game.
Some attempt at a trap play here in mid.
Find you.
Looking to paranoia off the cams contact, but there is nobody in that area in the slightest for 100 Thieves. They've managed to avoid basically all of the danger in this round by the look of things.
Hear the noise being made. Smoke was dropped. Cryo's job here just to see if he can spot any players, get some additional info, because 100 Thieves, they don't want to commit into us just in case there is a stack on A.
As soon as the boombot's online and the Viper Wall drops though, they're going to be able to take A under control.
That is with the Dizzy. Additional layers on top.
Worth keeping an eye on trap plays like that though, because that's something that's very possible for Sentinels to put together with the Cypher in their corner.
There's the congestion. Yeah, EU definitely feeling sharp with this one. Sure they got all the angles covered. Tepper. Oh my, Cryo. Pincer in them.
cleans house. So 100 Thieves get up to 7. Gonna have slightly worse weaponry in the bonus round. Have they got some kind of big idea cooked up? On Bind, we saw them comboing their utility together really heavily to try to take the sites. But throwing in a little bit of that defaulting at the start just to disguise where they were ending. The beginning of this, real big emphasis towards B main right here.
Your players stacked to skirmish, developing, bubbling, brewing. Smoke dropped down, potentially a recall. The Thieves are the winners this time. They're going to be granted that one. So Satchel through, spots it out actually, just hits the corner of it. This is an easy one for Sassy.
And a really good snake fight as well from Celsius. Tens is always going to be going for something a little unorthodox. But they held that back really nicely. Good rifling from Sassy, good support utility from Celsius. And now Boostio leads them on a round-the-world ping-pong. Back over towards A.
Annoying thing now for them. Yeah, like you said, around the world ping-pong, but none of that prior map control gain. They didn't have somebody lurking up A.
They're not going to get punished by that. There's nobody playing too aggressively, but there's still these 2 trips here.
John's position. Trip spotted. Is he there? Peek with the cage. Maybe a couple of stray shots might be in order. Boombot, another plan. Up to it. Missing the timing of all of this. Well, Boostio. He's right up in their faces, isn't he? Wrapped around here onto heaven. It's all cryo.
My ult's ready.
Backs away now. Doesn't want to overextend his hand. It's still a 2v3. Definitely winnable. Wall committed. Slices up the map in a very unusual way here. Bang. Still got to worry about lots of different angles. Riot is going to be hearing them drop down now, making that information known. Bang. Weaving in and out backwards here. Celsius unable to get the half on a defuse. That's the pull, the benefit of all of this. Vulnerable. No, how does he win that? And now the wall working against him in his face! Cryo! That is disgusting work!
He's just bulldozed his way into the spike! Mowing down 2 of them! And Tens, in desperation with time ticking low, thinks about playing to his outs, which is, I guess I just gotta go for it.
1 enemy remaining.
What a monstrous round from Cryo.
1 enemy remaining.
What the hell have we just watched?
He got so many kills in the previous round on the pistol that he was able to get up a Cosmic Divide that caused chaos.
Yeah.
And then somehow wins that.
And it's knocked Sen right back down again. Talking the economy to death, but it is important. 100 Thieves winning that bonus. Set up for success now.
Paranoia, though, being held by Tens here.
Yep, and here's a refight all the way together here, but do they have the guns for it? Yes, straight to the dome. Boostio removed, the spike drop down as on top of this one, right from behind, second!
He pushed out A main!
That is filthy work here, only with the classic, and they have swarmed the position. Relentless, running and gunning. Cryo, he's not taking his time of it, they have just answered back instantaneously. What are we watching, man?
Tens has been trying to set up one of those Paranoia trap plays for quite a number of rounds now. Had it prepped in round 13 and 14. Neither of those worked, but this time, that push out from second.
Oh my,
that is just bonkers. What a response. There are hero plays and trap plays, set plays and big plays all over in this series.
See how much that meant for Kaplan. He realized how big that round was. Could have been the difference between 100 Thieves taking that lead and running away with it.
Yeah, you think Cryo was playing the previous round. That can sometimes just win you matches like this. And it's instantly been knocked on its head.
Thrash through now, plenty of trips to deal with. Be tying and tangling him up. Sen flying into the back of the site. Plenty of players to reinforce here. Sen. Want to bunker down here, batter the hatches. They want to make a go of this one. Still the plan's going off. Second, where the hell are you? Smoke in your face with a one-way. Boostio's there. Tucked side. Flash though. Couldn't see a thing now. This is really getting treacherous. Second, not going to be able to defuse it. Brought down in the close-up positions. Is really just being synced out, sorted out. Flick of the wrist. Celsius. Cryo. He has one pull. Never tap onto this one, so pushes him away, buys him some critical seconds, but he doesn't have a gun for the job. Somehow removed and away, and cover is there. Save hands from the Sentinel players, but man, oh man. It gets so damn dicey.
You can see some of the nerves and some of the pressure playing into these games. I mean, Zekken is flying around the map to try to follow up on this flash. And then on the other side of things, Asana's going deep the other way to put pressure onto Tens. Carnage in these rounds. And Cryo just trying to pick up the pieces towards the end, couldn't quite do it this time. All of this madness from the beginning of the attack half of 100 Thieves, though, should start to quiet down now. There is an enormous economy and ult advantage for Sentinels. They are favored to pull ahead here by 2 rounds. What the hell does that mean in reality?
The ecos have been seeing not too much. Still, I'll make it a little bit easier. Scared of the approach here. Where is that rocket being utilized? Well, straight through main.
That's a heavy investment when they were in a 5v4.
Can you blame him against these ecos?
Not really. John's in a punishable spot here.
Yeah. What? Okay. Take my breath away, John.
Against a Dizzy, that is sometimes going to be a non and done. Never mind a one and done. And instead he gets 3.
Get out of here. Yeah, they're on an eco, but I mean, look at this. The reactions adjusted aside, the transfer, the final tap. Surgical.
And that takes any kind of danger out of the eco round for 100 Thieves. So we're getting back to an E. The fact he has the showstopper online for this pivotal eco round, my eyes are on him. How does his team set him up? How does he entry? How does he find the timings?
Because it's needed now. Only 2 rounds ahead for Sentinels, but this can steadily, very quickly get out of hand.
Both of these fan bases knew despair last year. It really was. It was Doomer times for both. And for whichever team ends up getting eliminated here, it's going to be a long time until they see their team play again. None of these players want that.
Running 2 for Nail. Busy.
There.
Down to the side, no connections. Nade combo. Try and punish some potential read of maybe where Zelsis has been playing in the past, but doesn't get anything until used. They hear the orb's been picked up.
Right there.
Zelsis. Smokes in their face though. 100 Thieves, they can't cross that line of scrimmage.
Ready. Right there.
Maybe now though with the util.
That's way too much for Zekken to try to handle. The wingman combo with the Prowler, very difficult to work around. And Boostio's going to be able to get back in here, pick up his orbs. A slower pace to this one from 100 Thieves.
Zekken's got to be feeling like he's isolated here. Knows that mid has been compromised. It's going to be called out to him. He was hoping he could just set his sights only onto ramp, and now backs away. To heaven, 3 players still here. TP, information.
I think that's good info.
Yeah.
And it's immediately going to trigger 100 Thieves to make a ping pong across the map. This is going to end... No? A cancel to that. 100 Thieves were thinking about going for the B split.
Time is running out. It's an ult committed. They're trying to at least pull players over here, but it's just pulled out the pit. A lot of players still swarming the position. Oh, hey, yeah, it's working. They're off the side. Maybe cancelling his back. Sassy! Kind of read as this guy got. He's worked his way back into elbow, holding down the fort. Out to the side here to flash to connect. Boostio! He is down. Everyone following up. Spike is planted in the middle of all of this, but only 2 players left. 100 Thieves, they got too much to overcome.
On Bind, we saw one of these rounds called by Boostio that ended up being the difference maker that pushed them ahead and pulled them out to a win. It started that ult cycle, it started the snowball. And here, the call was great. They were going to go for a B split, turned it into a B fake, and then somehow Sassy was able to pick up everybody. He just swung through the smoke, deleted, I think it was Bang the first player, and suddenly there are too many threats on the A site.
Sen begin to run away with it. Still a chance for 100 Thieves, of course. But the guns, few and far between with the Guardian, the Bulldog, in the hands of just Boostio and Bang. Maybe the Nightfall can do some work here. Got to wait out this snake bite. Forwards now. Big control still being called for them. And an assortment of bullets, no connections for Zelsis. Holds a further back position still, contacting, but a cam will catch it. Now they know. Players are there, Zelsis. Orthodox with the jump spot.
Sentinels need to get some information somewhere else in the map, so TenZ is peeking towards A-Ram. But the real threat is whether or not these players in B Heaven can survive.
Snake bite.
And a good smoke as well, to make it feel like they could be pushing up behind that. Is this going to be another fake, like a Nightfall into A Heaven and then quickly pivot B?
Noise made, jump down, Seconds holding it. Just with the gun for now, he can hit him onto the ropes. Popping up and over to Nightfall. Oh! Can't really hear them, but he knows exactly where they might be placed. Still, players working to be Heaven, the fake off.
30
Might not be
seconds
working here at all. John QT still locked down into the corner, bang! Cleans him up, cuts him out of the picture. The B plant. Really coming through here in 103s. Critically, they have the post-plant positions. Onto Heaven, Mosh Pit down to defeat Sassy. You got to get the hell out of there. And he does survive. Yes! Kill! What a kill! 2 players left. Sentinels! They're mopping them up. In the midst of it. Pandemonium in the round. Bang. 1 player standing. He's got the pit, but no mollies. Multiple players swarm in a position, light them up and listen. They just follow true. And Sentinels get to 12.
4 chances to put 100 Thieves away. And it's Sassy again, who to me has the big impact here. Look at the timing, just peeked away. And of course that kill onto Asuna is enormous too. But Sassy was under enormous amounts of pressure. He had a mosh pit at his feet and still managed to pick off EU, who would have been a backstab to try to help 100 Thieves win. There are micro moments in this
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
that are making all the difference.
1 more round.
TenZ has picked up an operator for the final round. He's got a rifle as well, one would assume.
Same play at the beginning, 100 Thieves. They've been doing this one a lot. It's a mid-take. But all these close rounds, I mean, it's just whittled that economy. Still down to the half armors, the Guardians. Bargain bin buy for 100 Thieves to do unthinkable, to stay alive in the series.
This is such a committed position for Zelsis to be playing in. Against a Thrash, Boombot, Dizzy.
Oh, and here it is. Someone needs to deal with this one. It doesn't clear him. It doesn't clear him. The Boombot doesn't either. Perfect time to strike. Molly at their feet. They seek to capitalize. Zelsis. He might have just finished it for them. Make their way through B main. It's all Sentinels. Castle, bang! Up in their faces. 2v3s maybe made this winnable. There's a chance. They've really got to capitalize. Seekers. Right behind them, chasing, hot on the heels, spams down only to one of them. It's going to be pointing them in the right direction. Players towards me, there's 35 seconds left, and here's where you got to get a move on. Only 1 player to meet, and it's Sassy.
30 seconds left.
Tuck close now. Anything to clear him out. Not really too much util at all. 25 seconds left. How do they want to take this? 100 Thieves. Time is of the essence. They drop down themselves. Into the back of the site. He's tucked close, and he gets a kill. That could be it. Bang, flashed. And he's just being cornered. Sentinels eliminate 100 Thieves!